So why not live a life that you want to live? Why not do the scary things? Because what are you going to do them later in your next life? Or when you're dead? No, you gotta, the only time you have is now. You're never promised tomorrow. Freaking love this. Hi guys. So this is gonna be a very raw form video. Yes, I'm driving, okay, but I'm very good at multitasking. So please don't report me, okay? Because I'm gonna not look at you, I'm gonna look at the road. But I felt very inspired to make this video. And I hope it's not too loud with the background noise. Hold on, let me check. Okay, it's a little loud because I am on the highway, but I'm sorry, but I need to get this message out to you guys, okay? I want to share with you about my personal testimonies about manifestation and the power of God, okay? And how manifestation works. It's crazy to me how amazing it is. And it's crazy to me too that I doubt my ability to manifest things and to bring the life that I want, the things that I want to fruition, because literally a lot of things that I've always ever wanted have come true. Like I've made it come true from the time that I was a kid to the simplest things like wanting a big butt, okay? I always wanted a big butt when I was young or like a teenager because I had no butt and I was like just like super awkward and lanky and skinny, okay? Anyway, my mom pointed something out to me. She said this to somebody and it made me feel very seen. But she said, oh yeah, she manifested it. She manifests everything in her life. She's manifested having a nice body. She's manifested her jewelry business. She's manifested getting her own apartment, her own dog. And to know that somebody as close as my mother is watching, or that she sees me, that I'm not doing this all on my own. Well, a lot of it I am doing on my own, but that she sees me, she sees my hard work, she sees my dedication. It's such a magical feeling. So right now I'm struggling with manifesting success with Mesmery, my jewelry business, okay? And I'm feeling very down. And I'm really trying the mental work to be like focus on what you want, focus on the outcome. It's really hard because I'm not seeing results. Like I'm putting out ads, I'm putting a lot of effort in. I'm designing another necklace. Second necklace is coming. It's so cute. It's gonna say Empress, okay? It's gonna be a choker. It's gonna be literally so cute. I'm so excited for it to come out. If I look back on when I first started Mesmery a year ago to where I am now, I am so much further than I have ever freaking been. What's happening here? Sorry. Literally like a year and not even a year and a half ago, I think all I had was 2 years ago, I didn't even have a DBA. Mesmery didn't exist. I don't even think Mesmery had a name yet. Then I got my DBA, which is just like doing business ads, and I just signed up Mesmery. So I was stuck at a DBA for a long time, okay? And I had no website, I had no jewelry, nothing, right? Less than a year and a half ago, about a year ago, it was June, July, I designed my first necklace. I designed the I Am necklace, okay? I was literally living in a different state. Listen to me. I was literally living in a different state. I was living in Oklahoma. I was living with somebody else, okay? I designed the necklace. I have the freaking sketches in my notebook of all these necklaces I wanted, the ideas. I came up with the idea. I contacted a supplier, and you know what's so crazy? That Universal Power was like, you need to get this rolling, because I contacted multiple suppliers, and one reached out to me, and for me, I'm a big procrastinator sometimes when I'm feeling overwhelmed. And this supplier, I thought he was harassing me. I'm like, why are you blowing up my phone constantly? He's like, hey Alysia, and I'm like, okay, well, instead of looking at he's harassing me, I'd be like, okay, well, clearly the universe wants me to get my freaking butt moving. So that's the first time. So I think that was June, July. I contacted the supplier, I sent him to my designs, and literally within the next 2 months, guys, I had my necklace. Mesmery was freaking real. She was real. I had my own jewelry. I had my own jewelry company. I had my own jewelry design that I designed myself. Literally a dream I just thought was never going to come true, because I was constantly trying. Even before this, I was constantly trying. I was struggling because one thing with me is I struggle with being impatient, okay? And I want it now, and I want it fucking yesterday, okay, right? So it took me I think over a year, or no, probably 2 years when I came with the idea, even longer. I always had an idea when I was a teenager that I wanted to do something centered around women and beauty and empowerment, stuff like that. So the necklace came too, okay? So if we go back to 2 years before, when I felt stuck, when I felt lost, when I felt that my dreams were never going to come true, that I wasn't like strong enough to make it come true for me to have my own jewelry business or my own business in general. Look, 2 years later, it's established and I have my first piece. Okay, so I had the first piece. So I was like, okay, all right, now I have to try to get a website, because how am I going to sell products if I don't have a website, right? I had no website, freaking had no platform. A year later, I built I used Wix and Shopify. Now I'm on Shopify, but I put so much work into these websites, guys, hours and hours and hours, taking pictures, I've done everything myself. Everything myself, okay? I put so much work, and now a year later, from last year, I have a up and running website, multiple products, okay? Because I sourced my other ones. The only one I designed myself right now is this, but I sourced like other pieces that I really like, and multiple products. I've done like market shops. I've sold necklaces to multiple people. I've made money off of this business, but I can't see it because I don't even, at the point, I love making money, it's a passion of mine, but I just want people to have the freaking jewelry. I'm like, you need this, take it please, and buy it. And so if I look back at my records, I've actually made money. I spent a lot of money too, but I've made money on jewelry, and I've sold so many pieces. I used to have 100 necklaces, now I only have 56 or something. And now I'm at a point where I feel stuck, because I'm trying on these ads and I feel like it's not working, and I'm really nervous about the new piece. Are people even gonna like it? Is it gonna sell? Because it's really hard running your own business by yourself, being the only person who's doing it. It's a lot of work, okay? And I also have a job, and I'm still in school, so it's very possible for me to do it because I'm doing it, but I feel like it's just a lot of mental stuff that I feel like I'm having to struggle with. My point is that I'm over here sitting, not believing that that Mesmery is not gonna grow and blow up on Facebook, or people are not gonna want it, or people are not gonna see it, and I'm never gonna become my dream of being a successful jewelry business owner. And that just doesn't line up with my vision. I was watching a video, and it was you have to believe in something so much that there's no possible way that it's not going to work, because I 100% know it's going to work, because there's no other choice. I can feel it in my bones. This is what I'm supposed to do. So I had an epiphany yesterday, because I was really struggling with the fact that my ads weren't working. I wasn't getting conversions. And I've tried so many different things with these ads, guys. I've posted so many ads. We don't even need to get into it, okay? But I keep trying, okay? One thing about me is I'm going to keep trying. I was like, wait, there's no way I'm going to be stuck in the bar industry for the rest of my life. No, not happening. Sorry. That's not even a possibility. That's not going to happen. And I can feel it. That's just not what's going to happen. So my only other route is that my dreams or any other thing that I really want to happen is going to happen. I'm going to have other ways to grow and evolve in this world. Okay. And so I just have to remember that the many things that I've manifested, the many things that I've wanted, I've eventually got them. Okay. But sometimes I have to be patient, because sometimes I'm not ready for all the big things that come with it. Or maybe I am, but I just need support. Running a business is a lot of work, and one person cannot possibly do it all. Eventually you burn yourself out, and eventually you're gonna miss on things, you're gonna slack on things, because you can only put your effort and 100% attention into so many things. Taxes is not my strong suit, but I don't have an accountant. So if I blow up and I make all this money, how am I even gonna figure the taxes? There's so many, there's stories of businesses getting too big too fast, and then they don't fail, but they struggle because they needed support and they didn't have it. Even though it is good to blow up fast, sometimes it's a lot. You slack in customer service or the product quality or anything like that. I have another testimony of when I was really struggling. I really thought it was not going to happen, but I did think it was going to happen, but I didn't understand why it wasn't happening now. Okay. So a couple months ago, I was wanting to get a job at this really big bar that's in Houston. It's really popular. It's very busy, very good money, and they're one of the biggest bars in Houston. Okay. And I've been in the bar industry I've been in the restaurant industry for a long time, so I know that I'm very hireable. I have good experience. I have a good look. Like, usually it's so easy for me. I literally just show up and I get the job. Not always, but like that's usually how it happens, okay? So in the beginning of June, beginning of summer, I went and I applied at this job, right? And I applied and I was looking very cute. I was very friendly, and they didn't hire me on the spot. And I was like, okay, that's weird, but like this is like a big bar, so maybe they just need to like take time to go through all the people. Weeks go by, like 4 weeks go by. I show up again because I'm like, what the hell? Like, I could feel it in my bones that I was gonna work there. Like, I was telling people I'm gonna go work there. Like, people were like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, I was still at my other job, and I hadn't even got the job yet at this new place. And I was like, yeah, that's where I'm going. And then I went again, and I was like, hey, like, me again, you guys hiring? He's like, no, we're not hiring yet. And I was like, alrighty. And at this time, during this summer, my other job like really cut my hours, so I was not making as much money as I was used to, and I was kind of stressed about it. And I was like really struggling with being not occupied. Like, I had to like force myself to be okay with being bored, and that's something I really struggle with. So during summer, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to take this time to just like process this, okay? But I was still like knowing I was supposed to be in this new place. So when I went the second time, they said no. I was like, what in the hell? And at the same time, I applied to a bunch of the other bars on the same strip. Everybody was saying no. Nobody was hiring me. One of my friends was like, hey, show up. Like, I can get you in. I show up. His GM like doesn't even pay me attention. And I was like, what is going on right now? Like, I'm being denied left and right. And it's just so weird to me. So when I showed up the second time, they denied me. I went home and I was like really upset, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my body. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is where everything is leading to me. Energy, universe, God is sending me here. Like, he's telling me I need to be in this space, and it's not happening. What is this? So I was so upset. And then, I waited a little bit longer. I think, it was like a couple days after I went in the second time. A couple days when the second time, I get a freaking text from one of the managers at the bar, and he's like, hey, can you come in 2 days and interview again to see if we want to hire you? And I was like, oh, yes. And I was feeling so down, so I told my friends about it, and she was like rooting for me, and I love her. And I went in and I was so freaking nervous, and I interviewed again, and they didn't tell me if I got the job, and I was like really nervous about it. So I left like hoping and praying that I would get the job, but I kind of felt like scared that I wasn't gonna get it. But I knew I was supposed to be there. Anyway, long story short, they told me that I got the job, and I was so freaking excited. Like, I could not, I literally quit my other job like 2 days later or something. I was like, gotta go, bye. It happened, okay? And so that's just an example of something that I knew was supposed to happen. I could feel it, and I kept getting freaking rejected left and right. And I'm just like, what is going on? I was going through struggles of like life and depression, and just like trying to figure out my new way of life. And I remember writing something on my mirror. I love to write stuff all over my mirror. I don't know if I go through manic stages or what. It kind of remind me of my grandma, but we're just so fun and exciting, okay? Just saying. Anyway, so I remember writing on my mirror saying my life is about to change forever, okay? And so that's what I kept telling myself. I wrote that at the beginning, or like when I got the job, but I knew my life was changing, and so I was going to be very uncomfortable because I'd been at this company for a very long time. I'd lived that certain lifestyle for a very long time, and I was honestly kind of getting miserable with it because I was like going out too much. I was being irresponsible, and I was just like, I'm an adult. I do not need to be doing that anymore. So I knew I had to get out of that situation, that like way of life. Even though I am still in the bar industry, like I'm with different people, it's different hours, so like I can't be as irresponsible, spend as much money, drink as much if I'm not in that way of life, okay? Anyway, so I got this new one, and I was very uncomfortable at first. For the first couple of weeks, I was like, I don't know if I like this job. Like, why am I feeling like this? I was feeling very lost, very uneasy. But now, like, I feel more comfortable. My point is that I made it freaking happen, okay? So if you believe in things, just keep going. And I'm talking to myself here because I told you about what I'm going through right now. But if you believe in things, you just freaking keep going, okay? Or look about all the things that you have made happen. Look at the goals you have accomplished, because manifestation is real. One thing that I know is that if you put the power of your mind to it, the power of your mind is so insane. Your mind creates everything that you see out here, okay? Everything. That's why when you are in a dream, you feel like the dream is real. Because your mind is feeling it. You're feeling all the feelings, you're feeling the emotions, you're like living it, you're seeing it. Your mind is everything. Your mind creates everything. All right? And I know it's so hard to understand, because when you're thinking one way or you're feeling like you want to see one thing and it's not happening in reality, if you just keep working towards it, I promise you, eventually it freaking comes. All right? Because all you're going to create, if you stay stuck in the sick mindset of where you've been, is more of the sick and the horrible and whatever you dislike. Like, people who focus on the negative in their lives are constantly complaining. Oh God, they irritate me, because it's like you're complaining, but all you do is complain. So all you're gonna keep doing is complaining and receiving more of the freaking output that you've always gotten. Like, you're not even trying to see any other way. I'm sorry, it's your fault that your life is staying this way for years and years and years. Like, you've got to try something different. All right. Anyway, I was feeling very inspired. I'm heading to work right now. I was feeling very inspired to share this with you guys. If you stuck through this, mwah, mwah, mwah. So I love you, and I hope you have a great, amazing day.